Basketball Alert Podcast here. I'm Dakota Freetag, here with Hunter Zarbnicki, Austin Rose. Well, boys, I'm leading the podcast today, I guess.
Wow, that's a pretty good intro, Dak.
That was good. That was very
all things
good.
considered.
Thanks for the 30-second warning for this, Hunter. You told me about, it might be less than that. You said, oh, you're just leading the podcast. All right, here we go. So, where do we want to go today, boys? Basketball or football?
Basketball. Got to start basketball.
You sure about that?
Yes.
All
So
right.
we're a basketball school.
We're a basketball school. We have the issue of where sometimes we talk about football too long, and then it's like, oh, we got to cram in our basketball talk. Well, we should probably start with basketball because we're
yeah, because the two other main sports, there's some bad news going on. So, all right, we'll start with the good news. Nebraska wins 83-80 at Illinois, which no one expected. I mean, I don't know if you guys, someone might bet their money line here, so maybe they bet them. This was the big win that everyone's been talking about. That I think proves Nebraska actually is for real. Now
I am blown away by Dak right now. That was a hell of a roll.
I love he's like changing his way he's talking to. It's great. He's doing a great job.
Thank you. All right.
Do you want us to talk about Illinois, Nebraska?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Hunter, did you think Nebraska's actually going to win? Because you're the one that bet the money line.
I actually didn't bet myself. It was for somebody else.
Okay, well,
but yes,
okay.
What was the spread by the time? What was the spread when tip-off happened?
11.5 Illinois, which I did take that. I thought that's crazy, but
yeah.
Wow.
We've been saying all these games like, and I did too. I thought this is the one that could be a letdown. And you're going on the road. It was our first true road test.
We just got ranked.
and the promising thing was the way that we play and the strengths of this team all lead to not letting you down because we play so well together. We're not the most athletic team. We're not what they call front runners. We're very tough. We play together. So I was like, if we keep it close, that's a big win, right? And we did that plus some. And then as we were ahead early on and Sanford went off in the first half, and it's like, you know what? Why not just win this game? Just get it done.
Is that the hottest you've ever saw somebody in college in a while? Like that guy, that was the hottest 5-minute stretch I've probably ever saw in college.
I mean, Bryson Steph Curry.
Yeah, he could. He literally, his shots were not even hitting the net. They were just going right through.
Price checks, man. Great line.
Ooh, price checks. I like that.
I haven't heard that one.
I caught the second half. I didn't catch the first half. I caught a little bit of the first half on the Big Ten 60-minute rewatch, which I love. Those are great. I freaking love the Big Ten 60-minute rewatches for football and basketball. Because I went to the Creighton Kansas State game to see if they were any good, because tickets were dirt cheap, and I was like, well, we beat both of them. I'm curious if they actually look good in person or if it, the mixed review. So, but yeah, we survived the storm of, at the end of the first half, Illinois goes on a 13-0 run, or is it end of first half, start of the second half? And we survived. I was sitting at the basketball game, and I looked at the score with 1:30 left in the first half, and we were up by 8. And I was like, okay. And then I looked at the halftime score, and it was tied, and I was like, well, we had a good little run there at the beginning. And then I got home, and I was like, oh shit, it's still a game. I don't know. I mean, people think Illinois is for real, and obviously that was, reflected in the spread. And their coach was a little bit unhinged. I mean, he was that call at the end of the game that we got against Illinois where Brad Underwood lost his mind. That was a bad call for sure.
Can you not challenge under 2 minutes?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that because I was like, why is he not challenging this?
if I was in Nebraska, if that happened in Nebraska, I would have also been very upset, you know. Um, but yeah, I don't, we just seem to have the answers. We don't fall apart.
And Austin, you mentioned obviously the responding in the end of the first half, early second half. With late when we had a little bit of a lead, what this team does is when a
Yes.
team tries to do something, we have a response. And this game came from Garcia. Like
Yeah.
that didn't even wasn't even
On the
that would have been
radar.
the last pick I would have had on the bingo card for the entire game. And here he is. I think he had about 4 or 6 consecutive points and almost had an incredible reverse layup.
Big
Like
offensive rebounds.
big O rebounds from a guy that I don't know. He's really kind of playing more because the season got hurt. Like so, when guys like that step up, then you're going, days. Like it makes you feel. Oh, 2 big free throws. Keep that in mind too.
Yep.
Like all of that stuff. It. I don't know. Let's just say I've been researching running shoes and
Why is that?
looking. I haven't bought them yet. I'm just looking at them now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw our projection on ESPN was Oklahoma City. So if it's Oklahoma City, we're driving, boys.
I mean,
Oh boy.
I'm going regardless. So
I think the main part about this game too, which you just mentioned about Garcia is, but the other two guards off the bench did not play well, Jacobson and Frager, and still were able to pull out the win. I think that was a big part, which you're gonna need more from those two for sure coming out more in Big Ten play. Like you can't. There are not going to many. I don't think many games of those two doing. Did they even score either of those two? I can't remember.
No, they didn't. They were
Jacobs is not a scorer though. Like keep that in mind. He's
He's a defender, but
his role's different. And problem with what Jacobson was, he kind of struggled with pressure again, which I mean that's what kind of what you expect out of him. But yeah, you need to be a little more sure with it. And then obviously Frager, he's a very good shooter. And Illinois had that scouted very, very well, and it was hard for him to get anything done. So yeah, I mean, you're going to face teams that provide some adversity, and so the ability for us to adjust and Jared Garcia was the answer for that this game. And it's going to be something different probably every game. Actually, not just him, but then Sanford, obviously, his first half. That was the other answer. Without that, you don't win those games, but that's what it takes to win games on the road is having games like that from different people.
I'm not, like I said, I don't know how good Illinois is going to end up this year. They played Keaton Wagler all 40 minutes, which I don't know. I thought there was interesting stuff going on there. But even when Vicic, however you pronounce that, when he hit that three to tie it at the end, I was like, that's who you want to take that shot. A guy who hasn't,
Correct.
it's like, okay, I can live with that. Um, And then when Jamarcus Lawrence got it, I was like, gosh, I don't know if he's the guy I want taking it on our end. And they're like, oh, he's got the look. And I mean, obviously he had the look, but he kind of moved around excessively to get there. And it was wild. I,
Did you guys hear Pavelka's call?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Oh, that's great.
I'm surprised he's alive after that.
That's great.
I mean, can we just take our hats off to, well, me and Hunter both, to Jamarcus Lawrence of how better we thought he was coming in this year. Like I did not expect this at all. He is totally taken over the true point guard role and completely run this team well. And I'm so impressed with him.
Yeah, I'm a little bit opposite. I kind of expected this. I thought this is kind of who he was going to be, being the senior on the team, and the two definites that I kind of had coming into the year were Rank and Jamarcus, and those two have been the steady anchors for this team. And I think when you have that one being kind of a point forward in Rank, and then a more true point guard in Jamarcus, I mean that helps these role players all kind of step up and be who they are when you have guys that are pretty well rounded at all areas of the game. And I mean, yeah, for a senior to hit that shot, I don't know if it was drawn up for him. It didn't look like it probably was, but that was how the help defended it. And Jamarcus got to look up. Like it wasn't the ideal probably form shot that you wanted to, but you know what I mean? It's what you do. You got a clean look up at the end of the game. So
I think Fred said that it was designed to go to Rank or Price, and Sam ended up giving it to Jamarcus. I still would love to see one of our, if I understand this correct, our big guys are still injured. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Ugnias Jurcevic.
Yeah, is he still hurt? Is that why he's not
I
playing?
think he is. I just have not heard.
Is that the guy you've been hyping up, Hunter?
Just for the same thing that Austin just said. I've heard that he's could be help us. I don't know anything more than that.
I would love to have someone. I mean, Barricade obviously looked good 2 games ago. This game, meh. I would like to have someone else that we can rotate in. Obviously, Garcia's good, but
hey, Garcia was that guy this game. That's what I'm saying. I didn't think he was much until this game. Okay, he can actually come in and play a forward spot pretty well. I mean, both sides of the court. But like we've said all along, our defense, the lack of big men does not get exposed because we don't allow one-on-one post-ups. I mean, we don't allow post-ups ever. And it was funny. I don't know if you guys listened to Underwood after the game at all his press conferences, like a 15-minute press conference. It was pretty entertaining to me. I was like entertaining for multiple reasons. He just said like you don't get post touches against Nebraska, or like you can't. It's impossible because of the way they defend. Like that, and when you take something like that out of the game because maybe you don't have the size of the defense, it really forces you to do other things. And I mean he knew that. Like it's pretty neat to hear him say that. I mean, it was neat to hear him say in credit Nebraska. And I mean, for a very good coach like that to basically say that we're really good was kind of neat. And he just he got on a couple of his guys.
Yeah, whoever the guy was, he's still in Serbia. His head's not good. With ass to bench to head, or whatever.
The old Bob Knight quote.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's pretty cutthroat. It was a good win though. We'll see. I mean,
guys, we haven't really talked about where we're at.
Number 15.
I mean, we're ranked 15th on both the AP and coaches.
I texted you guys and I said it still feels too high. We're not the 15th best team in the country. I don't feel good about that. But
do we need to pinch ourselves to make sure this is real? Like
they were waiting for us to win. Like I said the rankings. The rankings and the coaches of the media ballots. They were waiting for us to get a quality. Not that some of our other wins weren't like good quality wins, but a true big win. And this was it. And I think that's one reason why you saw the skyrocket, because we could have been ranked. We talked about that. I mean, long before we were, but we just kind of were hanging out in the receiving votes category. We were 7-0, 8-0. And then getting this win, everybody goes, okay, here they are.
We got this win after slaughtering Wisconsin.
Yes.
And slaughtering Creighton.
Yeah, so, that was all in the same week. That's probably the best week in Nebraska basketball ever.
Hey, I mean, talk about a tough week and winning all 3 games. Big believer, and I mean, same thing when we got ranked, like trying to stay under the radar. Don't draw the attention to you. Stay hungry. All those things. I hope we do that and don't get caught up in being ranked. And we have all reason to believe that we shouldn't get caught up in it because this team's playing so well. We're not going to go undefeated. We're going to trip up in some games, but the quality of how we're playing right now is, I think, pretty deserving of, I mean, for sure, top 20 team. And right now, I think the projections I saw have us as like a 5 seed in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The only hope I have left for myself is my running bet is that we're the perfect 5 seed, the 5-12 upset.
I mean,
So you're gonna be cheering for that 12 seed if it comes down to that?
no,
Dak.
he would never.
No.
But yeah, I mean, even you look at next two games in theory, pretty good chance of winning. Obviously, we could still lose them, but North Dakota, New Hampshire. So we go into number 9 Michigan State, 13-0. But I
Massive
mean, you
game.
win your first 13 games of the year. I have a hard time seeing us just not making the tournament.
I think making the tournament, I saw like 95% chance right now. So, like, yeah, obviously things could fall off. But right now things are looking very, very good for the Huskers and Fred in year 7. I also, other funny thing was Fred's finally got ranked as high as the salary he's getting paid. And he's about, I don't know exactly where he's at, but he's around like the 15th highest paid coach in college basketball. So he's finally ranked as high as that.
Sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it's a 7-year build.
Well, yeah, we have a little bit more patience with the basketball team than the football team.
It's true.
But how many games where you keep on saying, okay, this is the one where we believe Nebraska is real? It was K-State, or no, it was Oklahoma first. Then it was K-State, and now it's Illinois. Now do you guys think?
It's not gonna be until the end of the year we're gonna be like, okay, this team is real.
It's all about winning that tournament. It's sad as it is to say, and the
Yep.
pressure.
If we run through the year and we finish 25-5, and then we go to the tournament, if we lose the first round, it's a disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
as much as I hate to evaluate the entire season off of one game's performance, that's what it's gonna be.
I mean, Dad, you tell me, Nebraska basketball. I mean, you say Nebraska basketball is real. What do you mean by that?
I've said from the beginning this team's gonna be damn good. Now I won't I won't say I didn't think this good, but I think they're a 5 seed minimum. I think they are really good. Like in this game, I think proved it. Going on the road.
You think they're a 5 seed minimum?
Yeah, minimum.
Okay, so let's
Don't
make
fall for
another
the
math
bait, Dak.
marathon bet. If we're higher than a 5 seed, I'll run 2. Otherwise, if they're lower than a 5 seed, you got to run it with me.
Nope.
Don't fall for that. He's looking
Dak,
for
you said it's a 5 seed minimum. You said 5 seed. That you just said that. Why you just hold to your horses?
Yeah, Hunter, we're on a podcast. I'm kind of talking out of my ass. So,
Don't let him goat you into it.
So you don't think it's a 5 seed minimum?
He does. He just doesn't think it's worth a bet.
No, I'm not as confident as them winning a tournament game right now. I just think now what's going to come down to in the tournament is if they go cold, I'm still worried about them going cold, and who's going to push through these slumps that they have because it's going to happen.
We do still have. I mean, every game we do still have that miraculous where we just can't score for 4 minutes. I don't get it. It doesn't feel like that happens.
I think we read into it like it's an us thing. It's everybody. I mean, it just happens. It happens to everybody.
But it's like an every game thing.
I think you flip it. We do that to other teams every game too.
Ours just how is always at the beginning of the game. Then we go cold.
Yeah, this one, into the half. I mean, I don't know what you guys thought too. I thought, oh, well, this is the end of that. I was like, well, they looked good the first half. Yeah, I was like,
it's like, oh, they figured it out.
Yeah. I expecting Illinois to win by 10 plus after that. I was like, well, you know what? This team doesn't quit. That's another thing is with Sam, that guy's motor is insane. He won't play a lick in the pros, but that guy is the perfect college player to like kill these slumps too. His energy and stuff, I don't think that he'll let this team get into these slumps or get blown out.
We're an old team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's really what it is we have mostly seniors and juniors playing.
I mean, a lot of coaches have praised Sam recently. I don't. McDermott did. I know
Underwood did.
for that reason. And when you have a guy like that is kind of the maybe not the scoring leader, but the spearhead of the intangible piece, that it helps tremendously. Like, speaking from a coach too, like that is when you have that person, it really helps the psyche of your team on both ends when something might not go well for a couple possessions, but you have that person that can pick you up and bring a spark a different way. So
Oh, we'll see. Like I said, we'll probably win our next two. We'll be 13-0 going into the Michigan State game. It could be two top 10 teams. Who knows?
oh my gosh, I saw number 11 Louisville lost last night. Not sure if that'll be enough for us to jump them, but you're right. We'll see where we're at.
We're not. I don't think we're gonna drop. Like I said, it's kind of we're in that weird spot where we could, but if we're 13, if we don't lose and we're 13-0, I'd have a hard time seeing us drop much.
I want to decline being ranked. I just want to never be ranked.
I know. I don't like that.
Yeah, so I called Hunter after the Illinois game. I'm like, you got to jump on the Michigan State tickets right now. They're going to shoot up. And he found 4 for $30, and then miraculously they email him and say, oh, the tickets already sold. But we end up finding $60 tickets. But I don't know if you saw what the price is now, Austin. It's like $120 just to get in.
Hey man, people are excited.
That's gonna be a fun game. Probably, I know he said this. That's probably the biggest home game for sure in the Fred era.
Yeah, probably. As far as going into it.
Now, if they drop New Hampshire, North Dakota, then that just shoots the air out of the balloon. But I mean,
they're going to be 12-1 going into the Nebraska game in theory too, because they're playing Cornell and Oakland, so Michigan State's going to be
top 10 matchup.
I don't think we'll move up 5 spots by playing 2 chum teams because
top 15 matchup. Whatever.
Top 15 matchup. Yeah.
It'll be exciting.
I'm just waiting for our host to move us on to the next topic.
All right, let's jump into it. So, we'll jump into Husker football.
Jump into what?
There we go.
Well, what you know we're gonna move here. Husker football. The big news is no offensive lineman yet in the portal. That's about the only news I know that happened this week.
I don't know if anyone's really signing anywhere from the transfer portal.
Next topic.
All right. So Dylan Raiola transferred out.
Not out. He just
entered the portal.
Declared his intent to enter the portal.
Enter the portal on Monday afternoon. There's mixed reviews I've been getting from Husker fans. Some are saying it's good. See ya. Some of them are freaking out. I don't know where you guys land on this. I'm on the same side as Hunter here. I don't think it really matters much if he was here or not because the offensive line is just that bad. He can't play behind that O-line.
Thanks for copying my take. I appreciate it.
Well, I want to get that out before you said it because I totally agree.
It's kind of nice when you lead the podcast, isn't it, Dad?
Yeah, it is.
Now I'm copying your take.
All right, spit it out. Let's hear it.
I don't care unless we get offensive linemen. I think Jeep Wade's I don't know. I'll say an okay hire for what I know. We got to get some people to come in. We can develop the young guys that we have on the roster. I think that is a piece of the big picture, but it's going to start in the line, and not just him, not just on the offensive line, but defensive line as well. I think Matt Rule is coaching our defensive line this bowl game, so we'll see what he is back to his old roots of position coaching. I know Mike Eckler's helping with the edge rushers.
Oh yeah, so, there we go.
What's interesting is as I've been listening to other podcasts and talk about all this movement, is there a place for Mike Eckler with his energy and enthusiasm with a position coach job? John Butler was asked that when he got hired, and it was like responded to like it was a dumb question. I don't know. Like we're gonna see Rule coaching Eckler coaches some different things here for the bowl game. We'll see how maybe some of the energy and the players respond to that. But I think the last few games, you want to talk about lack of energy and lack of motivation from a lot of our players on both offensive and defensive line. I mean, I think that's a big piece to those positions. Let's just say, you can have some dudes, but I mean those are the trenches. That's the war zone. That's where you are going to battle every single play. And if you're not ready to go, it can look pretty ugly. Now, I'm saying that with an asterisk because our offensive line kind of did okay towards the end of the year, but defensive line just continued to hurt. So yeah,
I mean Eckler, he started as a linebackers coach, right? Before becoming a
correct.
special teams specialist.
Or he's done it. He has history. Yep.
I don't. Are there really any transfers announcing where they've gone yet? I don't really know.
For some reason, I don't know the details on it.
Is the portal actually open, or are people just
people can declare? I don't think the portal is officially until I want to say it's early, like January. It's like January. It's a 2-week period. I think it's like January 2nd, January 16th is what it is.
Okay, that's what I thought. So that's why I was like, well,
but you can declare it anytime.
Yeah, you can do yes, which is what Dylan has done. He's declared his intent. So what I told you guys is like, I'll wait because he could just be shopping. I don't.
What are your chances? You think he's
leaving? I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm 98% sure he's gone.
Because as far as brand goes, as the starting quarterback, you can't be like, I'm entering it works for other positions. It doesn't work for the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be as a team captain. It looks bad unless if you actively go around and tell people within the building of like, hey, but you can't do that if you're trying to do it as a leverage play.
I don't know all the specific rules of what you can and can't do, but guys are constantly shopping as far as shopping around. So
you have agents doing it for you. So
it's not like by him declaring now is his first opportunity that he's hearing what he's worth. Like he has an idea, and all these guys do. They especially the bigger name guys. So I'm just very indifferent on it. Like obviously Dylan is one of the best pocket passers that we've had
ever
in our lifetime, but probably ever. And yeah, that's a credit, but I don't, that's not personally my belief in a type of quarterback. When I'm recruiting on NCAA football 26, like I'm never recruiting pocket passers. I don't, those aren't the guys that I like. And I think for where Nebraska football's out of the program, that's not the kind of guy that fits what we want to do on offense. Now, maybe the five widers people that believe in that stuff want that, but Dylan obviously is very talented, but he's not the person I think that fits us great here. We gave it a shot for a couple of years, tried to see if it works, but I think we found that you need an offensive line, even if you try to bring in pieces around him on skill players, it's not enough. And so yeah, I've talked about his mobility a lot going into year 2, losing weight, all of that, it didn't happen. We got told that his body's in the right condition. That was how they framed it. That didn't matter. I guess my prediction of him not being here for 4 years, I think I said maybe most likely was after 1 year, but 2 years of him leaving because we aren't, I'll say it, we aren't good enough for him to be here. He deserves to be at a better school. That's weird to say, but he should be at a better Power 5 school.
Ohio State, Georgia,
and maybe not even that high caliber, but I don't know that he'll end up somewhere like that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't.
Yeah, you guys aren't on the train of mad at him or anything. Go after Iola, are you? I'm on his side.
I wouldn't go that far, but there is a part of you that's kind of his message was all just you want to believe when he came in here that he's like, hey, I'm here because this is where I want to be. This is my home. This is my dad's legacy. I want to help turn it around. And then when it doesn't go your way, you leave it. It's like, okay, I get it. but also it makes you feel a little bit disappointed because you wanted to believe the message was real.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a job. Well, here we go. A job offer. If someone gives you a better offer, you're gonna go take that. Like, and I feel like same with him. Like, he's better than, like Hunter just said. He's better than what he has here. He can go find a better school and that fits his skill set better and
Right. But
improve for
he
the
he
pros.
had that option 2 years ago and he chose us.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you wanted to believe that, yeah, he's choosing us because he actually believes that he can help turn us around. And now
Are
he's
you are you getting a lot of job offers, Zach? Or
No, I'm actually off the market now.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Employed.
So like, here's the other thing with Dylan, and I obviously had a bunch of extracurricular antics, the Mahomes comparisons, the uh, him leading us out like 20 yards ahead, everybody in the tunnel, like stuff like that, like the extra stuff that I don't want to call it show, but it is show a little bit, right? And for whatever the purpose and reason behind it is, and when you don't win with it, and as this also ties back to rural too, like when you have a lot of show, and I think the plus and positive side is just with kids, high school kids, college kids, transfers, all of that, that attracts people to say, "Oh, this looks kind of fun. Like this is part of what I want to be a part of." When you're winning, when you don't have success, now you look like an idiot and a fool. And we just got to the point where it just got a little, and that's why people were a little laughing at the Mahomes Dylan comparison, right? Like they're like, why is he doing this? You're at Nebraska. And we were all like, yeah, but we're winning. And at the time, start the year, we're like, okay, this could be, we're moving. And when you're winning and you put that in combination with it, then things could start rolling. Well, it didn't. And now it's like, you know what? It's probably not going to work here, Dylan, anymore. It probably won't. We were paying him whatever, $3.5 million was the estimate. Probably not worth that. So
At least here.
yeah, and we'll just see where he lands. It just wasn't a fit, wasn't the right fit, and I'm glad we didn't hang on for another year, and we're moving on. I don't know if you heard Dana talk about it. He didn't really talk about it. He was asked about it, and he just said it's the era we live in, which it's also not wrong either. You're not going to see probably many quarterbacks 4 years at a same
Anywhere.
school anymore. It's just not
Well,
going
I
to
saw a
happen.
thing that our last four, we haven't had who's the last starting quarterback to graduate or to end their career as a Husker?
Probably Tommy Armstrong.
Yeah.
Heinrich Haarberg.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, well, before that, because Casey Thompson, Martinez, Jeff Sims had a good year this year. Maybe we get him in the portal.
Yes, Martinez have
I
eligibility.
I'm gonna I just because what's gonna happen, and Latif's thing's still up in the air. We'll see how the bowl game goes. He could also enter the portal. I don't think that's out of the question either. Just to see what's out there. We probably could end up with a transfer quarterback like from somewhere, and people are gonna get so jacked. I'm already waiting for the watch the first video of all this new quarterbacks highlights from wherever it is, and everybody's like, all right, we're good. Like it's just gonna be the world we live in. It won't matter. It will not matter unless we get better offensive linemen. Otherwise, we're gonna be stuck in the same cycle. And I think that's Jeep Wade's and Matt Rule's job, but that's why he brought Jeep Wade in to hopefully have some connections there and help bring in talent, but then also develop the in-house talent that we already have.
Which no one else, I mean, there's still a bowl game, so I think people will announce after the bowl game, but I don't think anyone else has announced their intention to enter the transfer portal.
Correct. Yep. Been
I
very.
don't.
Yep.
And again, like you said, it's still early, and I would expect there to be more after the bowl game announcement and probably in spring, but just Dylan.
There is some good quarterbacks out there already in the portal. There's one I think I'd be jacked up about. I think Hunter and I don't know. I think you like this guy. But in game one, Sorsby's in the portal. I think he would be perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of decent quarterbacks in the portal.
Or Lagway from Florida. Like I think Sorsby would be if Latif wants to go. I don't. If Latif stays, I think just let him have the reins, and we'll see what happens this year. Because
the quarterbacks are going to look bad here if we don't have a line. I don't. Sorsby will look bad.
DJ didn't look that great this year either. So it's not quarterback.
Lagway will look bad if we don't have a line.
Or wait, Avery Johnson enters the portal, and then there you go. That's
Avery Johnson will look bad if we don't have a line.
Well, all right.
I'm telling you, it does not matter. Adrian Martinez was the almost perfect definition of what I thought we could use here, but we did not have a great offensive line around him. And yeah, he got some stuff done, but
then he looked better when he left. Yeah. Which hope to God that Rule gets offensive line and doesn't come out and do all this bull crap. Oh, we got all these skill wide receiver stuff. No, go get a line for the love of God. If he doesn't, that's got to be the end of Rule. Like, get him out of there before even kickoff next year if he does not have an offensive line.
Thanks, Dak, for just hammering home my point. I love it.
No, I will like we talked about, offensive linemen are hard to get in the portal. Last year we did get two starters in the transfer portal, so
and one of them kind of panned out.
Maybe Grant Bricks actually shakes out to be what was built up to be. He didn't see the field at all last year, which makes me a little bit nervous.
No, I agree. Rocco was a very good grab. And I think I heard someone say, we paid close to $2.5-3 million for 2 portal linemen last year. So yeah, that was a good step, but everybody else, our tackles, and Elijah Pritchett got better. I think he's okay. I don't think he's worth what we paid him so far. He hasn't proven to be, but
he's one. I think you give him another year.
He's not a whiff.
No, he won the starting job. I mean, in an active competition, he did win the starting job.
Yeah.
Well, it did. Yeah. Yeah.
It could be a tough. I don't know. Give it 3 months. We'll be hyped up again. This is you again. Mark it down December 15th. Hunter's out on him. We'll revisit this in June, July.
You have to wait till that next NCAA game comes out.
That's when you gotta wait for.
You actually might not be jacked up.
Once our offensive line gets like an 88 grade across the board, then I'll be jacked on the NCAA.
I mean, it's there's really no hype with the Husker football program right now. I feel like, which is not normal, but
this bowl game could be.
It's gonna be rough.
Whittingham's retiring.
Yeah, add that to it too.
It's the biggest spread of any bowl game.
Well, I mean, Emmett's not playing. I don't know. Is Rocco playing? He might not be playing. Yikes! It's gonna be rough, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a Latif showcase. See what you got.
I mean, according to you, he's here. He's better than Dylan.
Can we cut that? After the UCLA game,
You were so freaking high on him, and now it's like, well, maybe he'll be. This is where we can see his talent here.
I mean, I still do think he's good. Now, I was a little high on the horse after that UCLA game, but I do still think he has that. He was a freshman. He looks awful against Iowa. And Penn State, I don't know what to take away from that game either. But
I believe I got a text message halfway through the Penn State game too, saying that he was clearly better than Dylan. I don't think
this is what the funny problem is like we do, and we sit here, we talk about quarterbacks. Iowa's quarterbacks are never good. Minnesota's quarterbacks are never good. Like it's because they have a freaking offensive line. Like I don't know.
Gronowski's type of quarterback you want though.
No, Gronowski, I think is good. I think he just doesn't have a receiver.
He is, but he's not. Like look at his first 6 games. He would have been shot on a pedestal if he would have had those stat numbers at Nebraska. We would have been freaking the F out. Like we get so hyped up and jacked about talent and skill players when we don't have a foundation and identity of what we're trying to do. That's the real problem here. It's not The quarterback is to me right now. We need a quarterback that can just game manage and fill in and just step in and do that. We don't need to get so jacked about who we got. It's because we don't. It doesn't. It's not a position that matters. We don't need the quarterback to go make a bunch of plays all the time, like because we feel comfortable with the players around him. Like that's what we need.
My concern really lies with Matt Rule's like, hey, we develop our players in house, but we haven't really. I mean, they come in as freshmen and they're productive, or they transfer it and they're productive.
I was gonna say that if that's the strategy, it's not good.
We haven't had those guys who have been right in the bench or gotten a few snaps that just pop after,
Yeah, if that's what Rule says, but then everybody else says, "Oh, we're a portal team." Like it. Unfortunately, I think it's a bigger problem than we think of. Not a problem. It's a bigger rebuild task, bigger thing than we realize. Like it's not easy. I think Rule's figuring that out. It's a bigger issue than to fix than we thought. I think that's the bottom line. It's an identity. It's an
it's
identity
just starting
problem.
to shape up like it feels like it's feeling like a soft reset already.
Yeah.
New quarterback, new.
But it happened. It's what's happened in the last. I mean, not Mike Riley, but Scott Frost. Same thing happened. Soft reset, year 3 or 4. Like,
and it went to hell. Like it wasn't even. Yeah, that's where it really hit. So we'll see. This is what he's supposed to be like. He's supposed to build the program up. So yeah.
All right.
You guys want to get sad?
Yeah.
All right, Husker volleyball on Sunday, losing 5 sets to A&M. That's about the first. I'm not gonna say I watched it. First volleyball game of the year that I've listened to and watched every set or point, whatever. And yeah, it sounded like it was a hell of a game. I don't know much about volleyball, so there you go. You guys go.
Very disappointing. Honestly, I was probably more sad at that game's outcome than any of the football game's outcomes because it's just, it just felt like this was the year. I will say when prior to the game, I watched the Louisville Texas A&M game Friday night, waiting for our game, and I told Maddie, I was like, Texas A&M is the last freaking team I want to see. I just do not want to see this team because they were just athletic and fast, and they made Louisville look bad. And I was like, we just haven't been challenged in that way this year because the Big Ten kind of had a little bit of a down year. Whatever, we ended up losing in 5. Makes me sick. Hate losing to Trev Alberts.
He was in the building.
I know.
I did. I thought like when they were up, but then the game got over. I just thought of him like sitting there smirking, and it made me want to punch a wall. Because that's what he was doing, was sitting there in his freaking box and just like smirking that they.
It was a good year. It was a great year. I mean, that's just how tournaments go.
Sometimes you want to talk about one of the most massive letdowns. I mean, in the history of a lot of sports. I mean, you said good year. I mean, it was a historic year.
Yep.
From a
just dominance,
pure dominant standpoint, and it's not unheard. It's not. Everybody knew it. Like Gosselin kept saying it too. Like it comes down to winning the tournament now, finishing the job, and when you're that dominant, you feel like.
Well, and it was just also one of those things where we just had a couple. Like this isn't why we lost, but Allie Shirt. I never know how to pronounce her last name. Sheck. She's one of the rotation outside. She slipped on a volleyball right before the match and was like crying, and she was out for the game. And Bergen Riley, who's going to be, probably the national player of the year or a runner up, she was sick all week. It was just, ugh. You just hate to see it end like that.
Yeah, not good. I mean, it had all the reason to be one of the most historic, dominant teams in the history of women's sports. And that's why it, I don't know, probably stings the way it does. And this, I don't know. My joke was bring John Cook back. At least he can make the Final Four. I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I'm not Dax level, but Austin's definitely most invested out of us three in volleyball, and I am too. Like I'll watch him, but I got asked a question: if you had to pick one win and one win only, the Nebraska basketball at Illinois or the Husker volleyball win, I'm picking Nebraska basketball. I mean, I'm sorry, but I am.
I would have taken volleyball. I did get posed the question of would you take, or how many? The question originally was, would you take 2 football championships or 1 basketball championship?
Oh, wow.
And I said I'd probably take a basketball. And then they're like, well, what about 3 football championships and 1 basketball championship?
Are we talking like back to back to back?
Let's say within
lifetime?
a 5-year period, maybe 6-year period, somewhere around there.
Ugh.
Basketball. I don't know how much fun you guys would, if they went on a run March Madness and won one. Oh god, that'd be so
I
fun.
said-
Yeah, but to only live that 1 year.
If it's 2 or less, I'd take basketball.
If that's
But once
only
you hit
1 year and
3, that is
done,
just
like,
total dominance.
football,
That is,
you could be dominant for 5 years. That would be a fun 5 years. And basketball was one and done. I don't know.
We're also saying this right now as we just are saying basically F the football program. We're all basketball. Like we're all in the basketball mode right now.
I know, but 3 championships is a lot. 2,
I think
it's
I'd
like
take
okay.
football.
Yeah, at 3 or at 2.
Probably at 3. I don't know if I would at 2.
That's where I'm at.
We've never lived a tournament run. Like I think that'd be the most fun.
Dak, we haven't lived a tournament win, let alone a tournament run.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I haven't lived shit. I haven't seen football be good in freaking 16 years.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Basketball's never won a tournament game. I have
What are you talking about? We
my
haven't saw a
baseline
run.
is here, man.
Wait, don't you have crown pants in your closet or something, Hunter? We saw a run.
That is a tournament run.
That was awesome. I will say that was game. So yeah, well, is there any other news on the women's basketball front, Austin?
We're still undefeated. We haven't really been challenged yet, though, so we'll see. We look good though. I mean, I don't think we look as good as the men's team, but the women's basketball this year is kind of interesting because you have, I don't know, women's basketball's always kind of been a front runner sport, so it's just tough to crack that top 5.
We can say goodbye to that graphic of volleyball, women's basketball, and men's basketball all undefeated.
Yeah.
So there went that, but I don't know.
Yeah, that volleyball win, I was just freaking. I was so pissed. Like I said, I think I felt worse after that game than I did any football game this year, and that's just partly because of expectations and myself. Yeah. It's fine.
Well, all right. Well, we'll be back next Wednesday. I'm sure there'll be some more football news. Basketball plays New Hampshire on Sunday, so it won't be that big unless they lose. Then we might do emergency pod that night. But if they somehow lose that, then yeah, I'll buy running shoes then. That's the end of that. But all right, well, wrap it up here. Go Big Red.
GBR.
I want to say, Dak, thank you for not mentioning anything about Oklahoma after leading the pod. Very good. He's fully converted.
Oh yeah, Dak did great. I think
Friday night
that was really...
playoff game. Everybody watch Alabama, Oklahoma, 9:00. Maybe I think it's 7:00. 7:00.
Okay, wait. I know you already said go Big Red. The Michigan coaching stuff is wild. I want to throw this in there because no one else really cares, but I don't understand why Kalen DeBoer gets thrown around for every freaking coaching opening.
It's so weird.
Alabama.
It's so weird.
Like Alabama is the job. I don't get it. Like, what are we doing?
It's weird. I even heard him for us too. Like when we were talking about, and it's weird.
Expectations. Their fans are ready to fire him, and they're sitting there in the playoff. Like they're pissed at him right now, and they'll be even more pissed Friday night. They'll be more pissed Friday night when Oklahoma beats them at home because they're going to kick the doors off Alabama. Mark that down. They're going to win that game.
I shouldn't have brought it up. I should have just said,
Yeah, here we
Big Red,
go.
and ended the podcast.
I am excited for that. And it's definitely not 9 o'clock, so no one tuning in at 9. It's got to be like 7 when they play. So yeah, it'll be exciting. Good week of the playoffs this week. They're not as good this year, I don't think. I'm not as jacked up. But
Pick your champion. Give me your final four too. Give me your sorry, not final four, final two.
I pull up my bracket.
Call your shots.
Yeah, I don't know the bracket, so I'm just gonna probably say two teams that play each other.
I would probably say I think Indiana does make it to the finals. Is it Big Ten homer bias to say it's gonna be Ohio State, Indiana in the championship match again?
I'm
Ohio
not kidding. That's what I was gonna say. With Ohio State win, I was actually gonna say the same thing. So yeah, Hunter, you got something different. So I mean Indiana.
Who do you have winning?
Ohio State
over Indiana.
Yep.
I think I have the same.
Give me Cignetti over Georgia.
Wow. Okay. I do have Oklahoma in the Final Four, but that's because they play Indiana next, I think. Oh God, that could be a bloodbath. Anyway, yeah, we'll figure that out as it comes.
You can't have Oklahoma in the Final Four, then, dummy.
Yeah, I don't have the bracket. I was going to pick two teams that might play each other. Actually, I don't know if they'll play Indiana. I don't. You know what? I'll go study the bracket and see who they play next.
You want to do a bracket challenge between us three?
We probably could. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, let's make graphic here, and I'll someone will throw it out.
You want to make it? Your podcast.
Yeah, I will. I'll make this graphic. You guys send me your picks, and I'll make this. And I'll make this graphic. Send me your brackets, and I'll do this. All right. Now we'll wrap it up. Go Big Red and Boomer Sooner.
GVR.
Go Big Red.